Well, hello everyone. My name is Naomi Tucker, and I am a strategic events consultant and burnout prevention coach here at Planners on Purpose. Today, I wanted to talk to you about how joining a study group can help you in getting your CMP and share a little bit about my journey in getting my CMP. So you might be wondering, well, what is a CMP? CMP is your Certified Meeting Professional designation. It is a designation that is given by the Events Industry Council, and it's a designation that definitely helps enhance your visibility in the industry. It perhaps gives you opportunities for other jobs and roles in the event industry that perhaps you wouldn't have been considered for. And it is a very great tool to be able to network with some event professionals that are either more seasoned or have a little bit more experience in the industry. And when I was getting my CMP, it was at a time in my life where I was in a new job and I was quickly scaling in this new particular position. It was a strategic meetings management program that was taking effect. It was basically they had put out the recommendation to uh, many of the people in the company that, hey, now you have to do meetings and events within our organization with this particular department, which happened to be, let's say, the meetings and events department. Before it was not consolidated. And in having this in effect, it meant everyone was coming to us to plan their meetings and events. So what it started off at just 250 programs a year, went way up to maybe about 1,500 meetings and events a year. Anything that had 10 people or more that was gathering together, those were the events that we also planned. So when I chose to get my CMP, I ended up doing it during that time frames, which was a very busy time. And I also ended up getting married during that time. And I shouldn't say ended up getting married, but I had an awesome opportunity to get married, which I took. So I was planning my wedding and also just getting prepared for this new life. On top of that, I was moving to a totally different city than what I had currently was in. So that stacked one major thing that was stressful on top of another, on top of another. And so it made getting the CMP and studying for the CMP, although it was a really amazing thing for me to be doing and I was totally excited about it, it made it very difficult. It was a very difficult time in my life where I had so many things that were going on. So that is how basically started to say I wanted to go ahead and get my CMP on top of it all. And I'm not sure why. It was the opportune time. I had learned about it. I was excited for it. I went ahead and I went ahead and made sure that I can get into getting my application accepted to get my CMP as well. And that all worked out very well. So I was accepted and able to get into the CMP. So I wanted to just see from you, if you're interested in getting your CMP, go ahead and put that down in the comments and also share with me, where are you on your CMP journey? Because you probably are like me, where you want to get your CMP, but perhaps you have a lot of work that you're doing, lots of different projects. Perhaps you can't see that you may have the time to get it right now. And maybe you were in a position like me where I had so many different moving parts in my work and my job that perhaps you can't see that pathway for getting your CMP. So share with me in the comments on that, on if that is definitely a struggle for you. So I wanted to come today to really share a little bit about me and my CMP journey. And then also, I wanted to share with you about an opportunity to be a part of a CMP study group that is hosted by Planners on Purpose that is actually starting on May 13th. So it's coming up. May 13th is a Monday. And I really hope that if you have put in your application, you've gotten accepted, and if you're in a process right now of studying for your CMP, it would be great if we can come alongside of you and you are able to join a study group to get the support that you need and accountability that you need in order for you to get certified and pass your exam, or pass your exam and then get certified. So going back to me, I had to study for the CMP, and I had to study all while I had all these different moving pieces in my life. And what I had been told about was a CMP study group that was held in Chicago. I don't believe they have the study group anymore, but it was a very great resource for a lot of us in the Midwest to go to because of the nature of, the lack of technology that happened back then. There wasn't really a virtual option for me. I think if there was, I probably would had gone for the virtual option. But this was a study group that was in Chicago, and it was in person. So it was held at a hotel, and we were staying there for 3 days. It was held over the course of 3 days. It was called a CMP boot camp. And from the Friday, when we were doing some networking and really doing an overview, to the Saturday and Sunday, we were basically doing nothing but heads down in those books studying for the CMP. And it was great because we had that interaction with each other, was able to definitely just network and also test each other on the information. And that was just so very helpful. And from that particular study group, I was able to get notes and resources to help my study after I had completed that study group, which was really, really helpful as well. So I ended up meeting new people. We're still in contact with some of them. Some of them today, we're really great friends, and that really was very helpful with having some continuation of us just connecting and calling each other leading up to the exam, which was wonderful. Now, back when I ended up taking the exam, it was in person. So there was not the online or even the go into a testing site near you options, which are happening right now. We had to actually go back down to Chicago to take the exam. And that testing site was like downtown. So again, to get there within enough time, many people stayed overnight so that they woke up fresh and ready to take the exam. It was definitely a process. The hurdles right now to get your exam have been lowered. It's so great because you can take the test at a testing site near your home, or you can do it completely online if you absolutely want it to. So it makes it so much easier now than it had been in the past. So took the exam. At that point, you did not know if you passed or not. We did them on I believe it was just some paper sheets that we had to track, do the testing and fill in the blanks and everything. But it took us some time to our get our results back. Probably a few weeks, maybe a couple months to get our results back. And again, that's something that's different now. You'll know right away if you passed your exam because it definitely spits that out right away, which can be a good thing because you'll know that if you pass, but it also can be a little bit hard if, let's say, you have an opportunity to take the test again. So it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. And that's why I'm excited about providing the Planners on Purpose CMP study group. And this study group, for those of you that are considering it, it's a virtual study group. It meets for 5 weeks. There's an hour every single week that we get together and we talk about material. You get your questions answered, and you also get some interactive quizzes and study time with each other within that time frame. So it's a really great study group. We have had a couple of our members come in and pass the test, and it's just been great. And they have basically said that they couldn't have done it without our study group, which is awesome. So it's a live interactive study group. I truly hope that you consider it if this is something that you're considering doing. And I'm leaving the link in the description for you if you would like to go ahead and take a look at that study group and sign up. Again, it starts on May 13th. It goes for 5 weeks. So the week of June 14th is the final week, and you get to be completed right before summertime, which is pretty awesome. And that way you can have your summer to do some light studying and then go ahead and schedule your exam. So I really hope that you consider joining the Planners on Purpose study group. It's a wonderful experience, and I think it's great because it definitely is virtual, and you can fit it in to your life in little 1 hour blocks versus having to commit a whole afternoon or commit a whole weekend to doing a boot camp. I think that this is a really great, viable option. Within the study group, you do get access to a course platform. And that course platform is going to have well over 25, 30 videos for you that goes through every single domain and also shares with you some tips on what possibly would be on the exam, and also some tips on in how to think when you're actually taking the exam, so you don't get tripped up on just so you don't get tripped up on relying on your experience and your role, that you understand what the test is looking for and from what kind of framework that they are answering the questions in. So I really truly hope that you come with us, that you join the Planners on Purpose study group happening May 13th. I'll leave the link in the description, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you there. And if you have gotten your CMP, definitely leave that in the chat. Let us know how it went for you and what was part of your CMP journey. And if you did take a study group, and how that study group was helpful to you. But it's been a pleasure to jump on here live really briefly and share it with you. And I hope that I see you very soon. Have a wonderful day and stay on purpose.